Just doing a little bit of Asian session trading while I'm editing some videos. So I am going to post these chart templates up into the MMT templates product. I've been using this setup for the past week or so. So I'm going to do a brief overview of the settings and all the different indicators involved for the 1 minute, the 5 minute, and the 60 minute. And then by the time that I post this video, these chart templates will be available in the MMT templates product on the WAP store. There's quite a few templates available now, so I'll add these to the pile. I think maybe I'll call these the Master Flow templates, so you can look for that name in the templates product. So on the 1 minute chart, I've got the 20 SMA, I've got the MMT Ultimate VWAP. I'm just using the main VWAP, none of the other lovely features that are included with the MMT Ultimate VWAP. I'm using the free bar status timer from NINZA. There's links in the description to get this free indicator. And if you like any of the other indicators over at NINZA, if you use code MonkeyMan, you get an even deeper discount. Even if they're having crazy sales, you type in code MonkeyMan, they'll give you an additional percentage off. I was a NINZA customer for over 7 years before I started making my own. They're a great company. I've got the 50% wicks on the chart, which is not available to the public. I am going to be adding this feature to the MMT 50/50 indicator at some point in the near future. So it will be added to the MMT 50/50 indicator. I've got the ultimate POC on the chart. This is showing me where the point of control is on each candle. I've got the built-in pivots. I've got a 250 SMA. I've got the MMT key levels indicator. It's got some special volume levels on there. Yesterday's point of control, previous session point of controls, current day open. I've got London open here. I've got the midnight level. You can make your own custom time levels as well. I've got yesterday's New York open. You can also put your own custom levels from yesterday's session as well. I've got the 15-minute opening range, just printing the center. The 15-minute center is one of my favorite key levels. The key levels has 2 different ranges, which are totally customizable. Range number 2, I've got set to my pre-market range. You can type in your own custom labels for these range levels. I'm keeping an eye on pre-market high, center, and low. I've got yesterday's open, high, close, and low. The MMT key levels is absolutely chock-a-block full of goodness. I've got the MMT Ultimate Delta on the chart. I'm hardly using any of its amazing features. Definitely check out the intro video for this indicator if you've never seen it. I'm not using any of these features. The only thing that I'm using is the histogram, the delta histogram down here. I've got the MMT polarity on the chart. This is printing washout signals and also imbalance signals. So when I get those arrows with the numbers around them, those are imbalance signals, and the numbers are showing me how many imbalances are in the body, how many are in the wick. When I get the washout signals, it's showing me how many imbalances are involved in the washout signal, so I can see the strength of the washout signal. I've got 2 instances of the MMT trend and reversal. This amazing indicator can measure the trend, reversal, and divergence of just about any indicator that you want, just depending on what you use as an input series. For this instance, I'm measuring divergence and also the trend flow based on an input series of the MMT Ultimate Delta in cumulative delta mode. So in my input series, I've got the MMT Ultimate Delta selected. I've got cumulative checked on. We're in up-down tick mode. The plot is the delta close. So all these signals on the trend and reversal are based off of cumulative delta. For the second instance of the MMT trend and reversal, I've got the Chaikin oscillator as my input series, and it's only measuring divergence. So I got orange triangles for cumulative delta divergence and green and red triangles for the Chaikin oscillator divergence. I've got the new MMT fluxometer on the chart. I'm not using the signal arrows. I'm just showing the imbalance percentage numbers and the histogram. These are all default settings. And then I've got the mighty MMT flow stack on the chart. I've got the delta grid on, I've got the flow stack number above candles on, and I've got a second instrument enabled, the ES 1 minute chart. The main chart is an NQ 1 minute, so I'm measuring data for from the NQ and the ES right on the same chart. I've got delta information coming through. And then the flow stack is also printing the candles. I'm only using one of these signal conditions. It's just looking for when the Heikin Ashi is bullish or bearish on both the ES and the NQ at the same time. And then it's printing the candle color accordingly. So that's what's going on this 1 minute chart. On this 5 minute chart, this is the chart that I'm taking all of my trades on. This is a micro NASDAQ 5 minute chart. I've also got an additional data series loaded of the NQ, so I can get delta information for the NQ in my ultimate delta histogram down here, but I can still trade on the micro chart. I've got very few indicators on this chart. That way when I'm doing my chart trading, there's no lag. If I try to trade on a chart like the 1 minute, on a smaller time frame with tons of indicators, chart trader can lag sometimes, especially during high volatility. So I leave chart trader off on the 1 minute chart, and I do all my trading on the MNQ 5 minute chart. So on the 5 minute chart, I've got the free bar status timer for NINZA. I've got the MMT Ultimate POC. I have 2 instances of the Ultimate Delta. This instance is painting the bars and the outlines. So all of these candles are being painted by the Ultimate Delta. And I've got these special settings activated. I've got level 1 turned on. I've got level 1 set to 0. And then for my level 1 up brush and level 1 down brush, I've got these set to special colors, lime green and red. So anytime the delta is at all positive or at all negative, it's going to paint these candles green or red, depending on if the delta is positive or negative. Then the only other feature that I'm using is single bar divergence. And it's just painting the inside of the bar. It's not painting the outline. It's painting the inside black if there is single bar divergence. So on this candle, there was single bar divergence. So even though the candle closed down, the delta was positive. So there's single bar divergence right there. And keep in mind, this is delta for the NQ, not the MNQ. Delta for the MNQ is very different than delta for the regular NQ. So this delta will not line up with what's happening with the MNQ delta. But all these candles that are black on the inside, these had single bar divergence on the MNQ. I've got the MMT Ultimate VWAP on the chart, and I also have the previous session's VWAP activated. Looking back 3 sessions, you could have it look back 5, 7, however many sessions you want it to look back. You have to have the proper data loaded in your data series as well. But this is showing me prior session VWAP closes. These are great key levels to have on your chart. I've got the 20 SMA on the chart. I've got the pivots on the chart. I've got the MMT market maker chart buttons on the chart. I've got this in special 3-button only mode, just the buy, close, and sell buttons. So there's no pending or market order button, just the buy, sell, and close. It's just helping me take market orders easily on the chart with those gigantic buttons. You can also choose the size of these buttons, the height, all the colors. For this second instance of the Ultimate Delta, I'm not using anything except for the histogram. And look at my input series. I've got the input series as my secondary input series, the regular NQ. So this is showing me the delta histogram down here for the delta from the regular NQ, while I'm still able to trade the micros on the main chart. I've got the fluxometer on the chart. Again, I'm not showing the arrows, just the imbalance percentage number and the histogram. These are all default settings. So that's what's going on the 5-minute chart. Then I've also got an NQ 60-minute chart. I've got daily volume profiles. I've got the key levels so I can see different key levels from many days in the past. I've got the Greek profile on the chart in delta mode, showing me these prior areas of strong buying and strong selling. So on the 60-minute chart, I've got the MMT Ultimate Heikin Ashi. I'm only using the Heikin Ashi trend mode, nothing else. It's painting the bars in the outline. It's showing me when the Heikin Ashi is bullish or bearish, and it's painting the candles green or red. I'm not using any of these other amazingly lovely features that are included with the Ultimate Heikin Ashi indicator, like being able to combine the Heikin Ashi with the MACD or the RSI or the SMA or the EMA or the HMA or the comma. I've got the daily market profile from NINZA. I've just got the basic profile enabled. I don't think I changed any of the settings. I just made my own custom width. I've only got value area high and value area low enabled. It's these orange dots. So I can keep track of value area high and value area low from prior sessions, as well as the current session. I've got the MMT Greek profile on the chart. That's the histogram on the right side showing me the previous areas of strong buying or strong selling. The only thing that I'm using is the histogram. The profile mode is in Delta. Got the 20 SMA on the chart. I've got the key levels on the chart, but I'm just showing some point of controls and yesterday's high, open, low, and close. Not going too crazy on all the different levels on this 60-minute time frame. Trying to keep it a little bit cleaner. And then I've got the built-in pivots. So that's what's happening on the 60-minute chart. So these templates are available on the WAP store in the MMT templates product. If you don't have all of the indicators that are listed, it will still load the chart with whatever indicators that you do have. But I've been trading this workspace setup for the past week and a half or so. Really been enjoying this workspace setup, so I thought I'd add it to the roster of templates. There are links to all of the MMT indicators in the description. Anyone that's out there using code MonkeyMan at any of the prop firms, you are the absolute best. Thanks so much for your support. I wish you best of luck in your trading. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.